Hi, y'all. Welcome to Tea and Talk. We are at the Out of the Darkness Women's Shelter. Y'all ready to do? We like to do our chat, all right? So y'all gotta chat with us. Just grab your Bible and just say Tea Talk with us, cause we're eating cookies and drinking tea. Y'all ready?
Yes.
All right, ladies. Tea. All right. Well, cookies and drinking our coffee, and some of us are drinking red juice, Kool-Aid. All right, we're gonna be talking about Joshua. Joshua to you about you got a wall up. You in a relationship?
Nickelodeon TV show.
Okay. How about in a relationship or a family member ever said that you have walls up?
Yeah. Oh, walls up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't get to you. I can't get to your heart.
Right.
You won't let me in.
Or you let your walls down, like your guard down.
Your guard
Joshua,
down.
what is it? Joshua what?
Joshua 6.
6.
Yep.
Verse what?
We're going to verse 1 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now Jericho was tightly.
Yeah, that's where we're going to be at. Yep.
Kinda here?
You got it. So, how do you feel when somebody says that to you? You have walls up.
I feel offended, kind of.
Oh, why do you feel offended?
Like I'm being like, I don't know.
You think like you're being hard or you're
Yeah.
being
Shut out.
shut out?
I would always
Okay.
say I'm just making sure I know what I'm doing and I'm being careful before
Right.
I do let my guard down.
Right.
A lot of people are pretend.
Oh, that's a good one. Because there are a lot of people that pretends with you, and you're not sure if you want to let your guard down yet. You know, the book of Proverbs does say, "Be careful with your heart.
Yeah.
Don't just let everybody in there so easily and to guard it. It says to guard your heart." So sometimes we build walls because we're guarding our heart. Our heart is one of the most precious beings in you, in your body.
I think if you get your heart broken, then you start to build a wall.
There you
Yeah.
go. Broken
Yeah.
hearts always build walls.
Right.
And the wall that we build is whatever it was that broke us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, name something that what you would build a wall for and you were broken by in a relationship. It don't even have to be with a man. It could be with a family member.
Mm-hmm. Well, with a man, domestic violence.
Okay, so domestic violence. What kind of wall are you gonna build up?
I don't know. I have so many walls for so many different reasons.
I believe a wall is generally a wall. Whether it's a trust, it's physical, it's mental.
Right.
My wall is trust. You just hit
Trust
my
is a
wall.
big one,
My
yeah.
wall is trust. As soon as I feel deception, as soon as I feel you lying, then my wall is,
There's a lot of characters out there.
my wall is up, and it's about 100 feet high.
Yeah.
But now, it's a good thing when you build a wall to protect yourself when you are facing with something that is like trust with me. What is your wall?
I was going to say, though, I think trust is at the basis of a lot of different walls.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, the domestic violence started out like I trusted him and everything, and then the trust was broken by that, and then it became other abuse. But but he broke my heart by like breaking my trust too. Like, because I told him the things that I had been through, and he used them against me. Like, so it was kind of, I don't know. And a lot of all the other traumas I've been through dealt with trust too.
Right.
Like friendships where I trusted a friend and they did something behind my back.
Right.
They talked about me. So like most of my walls were built from broken trust.
Okay.
Or as a child, if something happens traumatically as a child, you build a wall up. And it's hard to put that wall back down, especially as a child.
Right.
You have that wall up and you don't know how to put that wall. And when you're an adult, it's
Right.
hard to get it back down.
Right.
And a lot of people don't like the idea too that no matter who you are, the first time I meet you, there's going to be a wall.
Right.
For anybody and everybody, you have to deserve my friendship.
Right.
You have to deserve my emotion. You have to
Right.
deserve my love. All of that.
Sometimes they gotta have a hammer and a jack to knock you down, and sometimes that can be frustrating that you have this big old wall of protection up and nobody can get through to you. So sometimes on the other side of the wall, some people are suffering or they have a hard time with you because they're like, "Can you just let me in your life?"
Right.
But
I truly believe if it's someone meant for you, they'll be able to get through. And if they have the patience to get through, they're really worth something.
Okay.
It's be smart before stupid.
Right. But I want
Be
someone
smart
who's
before
willing to-
stupid.
Yeah, I want someone who's willing to take the time to get through and is not going to just be like, oh, forget you.
Right.
Okay.
You know?
They're interested.
So there are times when you let that guard down, you let that wall down, and then that person comes into your life,
Right.
whether it be male, female, family, co-workers, bosses, ministers, pastors. You let that wall down, and then you bring them into the table. I call it sup of the table, intimate conversation, personal conversations, and then that trust is broken, and then that wall goes back up.
And there's more walls.
No, I like that. There's an inner wall, outer wall, a double wall, all kinds of walls. That's
This
good.
wall, then that wall, then that one.
Right.
That's good.
I feel you have to ask the right questions. If
Right.
the person and you are having a conversation, a guy or anybody, the right questions are what's going to slowly open certain parts of your soul.
Right.
Okay, I like that. That's good. Certain questions, certain answers to the questions.
You need to know the right questions to ask me to bring you in. To slowly work on the barrier.
Because I'm not going to let that wall just come down
Right.
any old way.
Yeah.
Because back in the day when we were younger, we probably did. The wall probably always was down.
Mm-hmm.
We learned how to put them up after we got broken.
Every 20 minutes.
Not me. My wall was up when I was a child because I was like abusing the child. So the wall went up.
Oh.
Like I just said, like I could. It's hard to get the wall down.
See, I got a
Wow.
You know.
Wow. Wow, that's good.
You got
That's
the whole
good.
lot
Yeah, I had an outer wall, a moat, a drawbridge.
Oh, wow. She got
She's got a body
door,
a dragon.
alligators,
a dragon.
Dragon. Dawn, you have a body chastity belt.
Well, sometimes we do. Sometimes we are protecting ourselves. Cause then the main reason we put a wall up in our lives, most of, like you said, we don't want to get hurt anymore.
Exactly.
And it's okay.
But
Because you're
also-
protecting that.
I've also found that there's different like layers of intimacy with people in your life. Like there's people that are inside the inside circle, and then there's
The outer
acquaintances,
circle.
And then there's so
Mhm.
so you don't want everybody to be inside your inner walls.
Right. You don't. That's true. That's true. So that's what we're talking about today, walls. And sometimes walls can be struggles.
Yeah.
Your own personal struggles that you have. And it could be a wall hindering you from getting out to do your purpose, getting out to do your destiny, getting out to do the thing that God has called you to do. You can have a wall blocking you. Because walls, that's what it does. Walls is a block. It blocks something from getting in. And it also blocks you from getting out. Right? So, like, look at the walls in this room. It's keeping us in here.
Right.
And it's not letting us get out either. So sometimes our walls that we build up, when we build them, it's sometimes we can't even get out of where we are.
Yeah.
Right? So it's good to understand what your wall is and why you have it up. Because you're the builder. Okay? So Joshua 6, we're going to talk about the city of Jericho. And Jericho was the city and it had some walls. So let's read. First, chapter 1.
I'm going to read?
Yes, please.
Now Jericho was tightly shut up because of the Israelites. No one was leaving and no one was entering.
So it's saying the city was what? Tight,
it was
shut up.
So, they shut
So
up.
nobody went in
Nobody went
or
out.
out of this city. Okay, I continue, please.
Okay, and it says Jehovah, say God.
Yes, you
God
can.
then said to Joshua, "See, I have handed over to you Jericho and its king and its mighty warriors. All you fighting men should march around the city, going around the city once. That is what you should do for 6 days. Have 7 priests carry 7 rams' horns before the ark. But on the 7th day you should march around the city 7 times, and the priests should blow the horns."
So this is God giving an order. So this city had the walls up, and we already explained what our personal walls are. Mine's trust. What's your wall again?
Your wall.
We're going to deal with our walls while we're reading this chapter. What's your wall? Mine's trust. What's yours?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
You think that?
sorry.
What's yours?
I'm
That's
thinking
okay.
of I'm
Yours
sorry.
was trauma, right? What was your wall? Trauma?
But trust and trauma go hand in hand. I
Right.
think, you know?
Right. What's your wall? Rejection,
Abandonment.
abandonment, abuse.
Yes,
Right.
Yes.
Abandonment and abuse.
Anybody else want to share what their wall was?
It's trust.
Trust.
Yeah.
Trust is a big wall. Everybody got that trust
Well,
issue.
versatile,
I
yeah.
literally have trust issues. Now, with my wall, with my trust issue wall, I have to be careful with that wall because sometimes I can push away good people.
Right.
Right.
See, if the wall is because of insecurities or fear,
Scared of getting hurt again.
you're scared of getting
Right.
hurt again. So
Right.
you can push away good people because you could meet somebody that's really going to be good for you, but because you're not able to trust them,
Right.
you can end a friendship before it even gets started. It could be a blessing that God sent. So that's why with my wall, I'm very careful that I'll still be friendly with them. I'll still try to communicate with them. You know, I'll still keep the wall there, and I might peek around the wall, you know, so that I don't ruin something that God may have sent to me, blessings that He may have sent to me.
Yeah, and
So
the
because that
same-
fear gets in the way of you,
Yeah.
and you can really mess up a good relationship, friendship. Not just husbands and wives, but friends and coworkers and bosses. You can really mess that up because of your fear and insecurity.
Right.
And I do. So because my wall is trust, I have to have people come to me straight.
Exactly.
If you come to me with any kind of like lie or especially lie, if you come with me a lie, that's it. My wall is never coming down around you.
Yeah.
But so because of that, I just judge that as far as what I can tolerate or what I can allow around me. And deception is just I just can't do it. I'm like, I can't fake it. I can't.
Yeah.
I just
And
can't.
It's like when you trust somebody and you trust them with everything you can, and that person violated your trust. It's the true colors, you be like, wow, and I trusted you.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard.
Because you see their true colors.
Exactly.
And now you're like, oh.
Yes.
It
And-
makes you want to run, back up, get
yeah.
away.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
Put the
Yeah,
wall back
yeah.
up.
And you put the wall back up.
Yes, that's
Right.
right.
Right. Right.
And it's even harder.
And you right. You put the wall up even higher.
Harder to penetrate.
And it's even harder. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Stone.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Because now it's like I'm not trusting anybody, and that's where you have to be careful. Because again, you can walk into fear, you can have insecurities, and that is building your wall. You don't want that to build your wall, because if your wall is built on insecurity and fear, it's not going to be a stable wall. It's not going to be a wall that has wisdom. It could just be a wall that's up there that's not stabilized. So that's really good. So here in the city of Jericho, they had walls, right? And what else did God say? God told them to get who in the army? This is how God was going to take down this city. There are things in our lives that we want God to take down. The walls that we mentioned, the insecurity walls, the walls that we have fear, the walls where there is no trust, the wall where there's deception, the wall that we just don't even love ourselves, the wall that we feel that we're going to not be successful, the wall of failure. There are many types of walls that we have in our lives, and we need to get them down, because a wall can be a struggle, but a wall of protection, that's something different, okay? There's no insecurities with that wall. You're guarding yourself. So the one thing that God was going to take this city had these walls built. They were probably like 25 feet high, 30 feet high, and thick. They're about 6 to 7, 10 feet thick.
Wow.
So these were thick walls, and they had inner walls, an outer wall. It was a fortified city. You heard of gated communities, right? So this was like a gated community, but it was a city. Okay, nobody could come in, nobody can come out. It's a thick wall. And here God is saying, I'm going to give you this land. You're getting ready to fight. You're getting ready to have a war. You're getting ready to conquer. Even in your life, in order for you to get your destiny, in order for you to get your purpose, in order for you to get the things that God has for you in your life, there's a war in the inside between the spirits, which is evil, or good. So your body is fighting to stay with God and do good, and your flesh is saying, no, do evil. Do the bad stuff, because you like it, because you enjoy it. So you're fighting, you're beating yourself up in the inside, telling your soul, no, we're not going to do that. And your spirit is like, yay, we're going to follow after God. And your soul is like, no, be bad, do bad stuff. because it feels good, right?
Right.
All right. So what else did God tell these people that they were going to do?
When the ram's horn is sounded, as soon as you hear the sound of the horn, all the people should shout a great war cry. When the wall of the city, then the wall of the city will fall down flat, and the people must go up, each one straight ahead.
So this is God giving them instructions. But what was the instructions? Did we read that already?
Yeah.
Can we go back?
The priest, I'm gonna go back.
Yes. What was the instructions God gave them?
Had 7 priests carry 7 ram's horns through before the ark.
Okay.
On
So
the 7th day they should march around the city.
this is the instruction
Seven
that
times.
God gave the army. You would think that the instructions would be sharpen your bows.
Right.
Oil your arrows. Get your shields together. They did used to anoint their shields. But yeah, that's why David always says, anoint my head with oil. They used to take the anointing and they would anoint their shields with oil. You know why? So that when the fiery arrows come at them, the arrows will slide off the shield. That's why the Bible says, take your shield of faith. But that shield that they would carry, they would oil it down. If you ever been in a fist fight, you've seen girls put Vaseline on their faces so that if they're scratched, it won't leave a mark. Or
I don't have time to do that.
Wait a minute.
If they get professional.
Oh yeah.
Some people know they're going to fight. And they're
Right, these are planned fights. These are not in the middle of it. Right, they're planned fights.
Yeah.
And so in the Bible days, that's what the army would do. They would get ready for war.
Right.
They would take their shield and get their oil and rub their shields down with oil because they knew they were getting ready for a battle. So these people, the Israelites, they always fought. They always had a fight. I forget how many fights they had in order to get to the promised land. Think about your life. How many fights have you had with the spirit? How many fights have you had with darkness? How many encounters have you had? A lot to get here, to get to this place, to get where you are right now. Didn't you have to go through some stuff?
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Too much stuff.
You had to go through a lot to get here. So the Israelites had to go through a lot to get to their promised land as well. They was always in a battle. They was always fighting. They was always going to and fro. So God was always giving them instructions on how they were going to win this battle. God always gave them instructions on how they were going to get through stuff. And this particular instruction was really different. I can imagine them saying, what? He said, kid, what? The priests don't even fight. The priests are here to kill the animals and take the blood and put it on the altar. So the Lord might be telling you to do something that's not what you would think you should do for the situation in order for God to solve it. Right. So sometimes when God is leading us in our lives, we have to listen to him and say, what plan do you have for me? Okay? So after he told the 7 priests, I'm going to ask you to read down here. He told the 7 priests to march around how many times? How many times did they have to walk around the city? 7 times. Okay, can you read the next verse?
Then 7.
What's the next verse after that?
Mine says 6 times and then the 7th time 7 times.
Okay. Oh, yes, you're right. 6 times.
Yeah.
You're right. So they had to march around every day. Can you imagine the people in the city? The people in Jericho seeing these people marching around? And they know and they feel they're protected. They can't do nothing with us with them bows and arrows. They can't mess with us. You ever been in a fight and that person didn't have nothing? You had a big old stick, and you think, "Oh, I got this," and then that person can wind up beating you because they know secrets and they know maneuvers.
Beat with your own stick.
That would be something. Take the stick and beat you with it. Now there you go, right? And so these people inside Jericho, they not even worried. They laughing. People laughing at y'all now. People laugh at you. When God tells you to do something that's out of the norm, people will laugh at you. Put you down, call you crazy. They called Noah crazy. They said, Noah building an ark. We ain't never seen no rain. And he said it's going to rain. So people, your family members, your cousins, your uncle, them, everybody could be laughing at you because you say, I'm getting my life right. I'm going to live for Jesus. I'm going to give him my heart. And they're like, girl, that ain't going to work for you. What's the next verse?
So Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said to them, take up the ark of the covenant and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of rams, horns before the ark of the Lord. And he said to the people, "Go forward, march around the city, and let the armed men pass on before the ark of the Lord." Keep going.
So
And-
this is the instructions that he was giving them.
Yeah.
He was telling them what to do. What did they have to take? What's the things that they had to take?
Priest,
The seven horns,
The
ram's horns.
Ram's horns,
the Ark of the Covenant.
the Ark of the Covenant, and we talked about the Ark of the Covenant and what was in it. Some things in the Ark of the Covenant.
The tablets with the Ten Commandments.
Yes. So these are the things that God told them to take with them as they get ready to do this march. And like I said, they're soldiers. That's like telling the soldiers, you don't need your guns. We're gonna fight this war different. Can you imagine being in the army and the army says, we're not gonna use our guns today in this war? Can you imagine that? God's telling you, I know you guys are soldiers, 2, 3, 4, but we're not going to use our guns today.
Yeah, just leave them.
Just,
The
yeah.
horn, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to,
They have guns, but just use a horn.
I know, isn't God like, what? The mind of God impresses me so much. The mind of God and the power of God.
But the faith of these people is crazy because they did it.
Exactly. Oh my God, yes.
They didn't say, okay, why aren't we taking our shields and our swords? And they just were like, okay.
I love it. They didn't fight. They didn't argue. They didn't complain.
No, they just got it all together and went.
Because God don't like complainers.
Right.
He don't like it when we complain. They did, and they had so much trust in God.
Yeah.
They had so much faith in their God that they said, whatever God says,
Yeah, let's do it.
we're gonna do it. Now I'm pretty sure there's like 2% back there that was murmuring
Yeah.
under their breath.
Maybe inside their head too. Maybe the priest was like, I don't go to war. What am I going to do in America?
But you know, God did kill some people for murmuring. This was a long
Yeah.
journey. This is from when they was left from Egypt.
Oh yeah.
And so some people did die between this journey. Even Moses was dead between this journey. So God did slew some folks. And maybe they learned their lesson. They probably like, hand over mouth. If God said to do this, then that's what we're going to do. Hand over mouth. Whatever God says. You're right. But they had a different attitude. Your mindset plays a big part in your victory. Your mindset plays a big part in your victory. Because you thinking, we should be doing it like this. I don't want to do it this way. I don't want to do it like this. But God is like, well, you got to do it this way because God likes to I think God sometimes do things to confuse the enemy more than us. I think he strategically put us in uncomfortable positions so that the enemy thinks we're losing and tricks the enemy. He puts us in that place that the enemy think you're going to lose this battle. You're not going to win. You're not going to get this. So the enemy like, okay, they're not going to win this one, and goes on about his business. And then when he leaves, bam, here's your victory.
But you know, in these times, I think we're taught to question things a lot more than back then. Like from a child, you're taught to question everything.
Right.
So to just believe something and just do it is not first nature for these times.
Ooh, I like
It's not.
that.
It's not.
You're right.
It's not.
But when we were younger, we couldn't ask adults nothing. We had to do what they say.
Right.
My mama said, go get this. We had to go get it.
Right.
We could talk back, but so, or we couldn't even say the word, What you say?
We couldn't either.
We couldn't definitely say the word what.
But then when we got old enough to think for ourselves, they were like, okay, learn this, learn it.
Yeah.
You know, we were taught to like not just trust what people say.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what we do back to God when God tells us to do stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk back to God, but
Right.
God is like, my way is better.
Right. And my parents weren't very religious. My father was atheist, and
Mhm.
my mother didn't really go to church, so they didn't really teach me just listen to
Mhm.
the Lord or whatever. They just kind of had their own way of teaching me things.
Okay.
I mean, I did go to church from 5 on up, though. So
Right.
I did learn the way of the Lord as well, but not at home.
Right.
So
Okay.
it was different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So here are these tough soldiers, and they got to do what, y'all?
Just walk around, blow horns.
Ram's horn.
Ram's horn.
Trumpets.
Don't shout until
Go
the seventh
forward, marching
time.
around the city.
Okay.
And
So
don't shout.
So I can imagine the people in the city, the army in the city. I could just picture them like what is going on? Everybody, y'all can take a nap because they can't do nothing. They just walking around the city. Number one, they can't get through these walls because these walls are so thick and powerful. And the way we have them constructed, they're not going to get through here anyway. Even if they did use weapons, they still not going to get through here. Jericho wasn't worried. Jericho was a city of perversion. Jericho was a city of lawlessness. Jericho was a city that did not have any kind of love and respect for God. Okay, continue to read.
And just as Joshua had commanded the people, the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of rams' horns before the Lord went forward, blowing the trumpets with the ark of the covenant of the Lord following them. The armed men were walking before the priests who were blowing the trumpets, and the rear guard was walking after the ark. So y'all see the positions they were in? Mm-hmm. See, God is so strategic that he even had a position how they were going to do it. That's how God has your life. God is very careful of planning your life. He knows exactly how many, and look at your beautiful hair, but God knows every strand of hair on your head. Mm-hmm. You see her hair? God knows every strand of hair on there. Every single one of them. That's how strategic your God is. And that's how much he loves you. So he has your life all planned out of every single thing that he has for you in your life. Because he told them, he gave order. God is a God of order and structure. He had the priests in the front. He had the army behind the priests. He had the Ark of the Covenant in a certain position. So you're thinking, my life is out of order. My life is out of order. Sometimes it may look like it's out of order to you. But God, look, I know what I'm doing. You need to go through this so that you'll understand this. You need to have this so you could get some victory over this. You need to struggle right here so that the next time when this comes next year, you won't struggle over that again. So God teaches you lessons. He teaches lessons through our struggle, through our rough moments, through our rough days. Okay? So what else? What's the next scripture, sis? Where'd we go? It says... Hang on.
What verse we at?
Verse 10.
Verse 10?
I thought we were. I could be wrong.
I don't know where we at. Somebody read it.
I don't know. We are. My page just went by.
Okay.
All right. While the trumpets blew continuously. Continue. But Joshua commanded the people, "You shall not shout or make your voice heard.
So now you got to be quiet.
Neither shall any word go out of your mouth until the day I tell you to shout. Then you shall shout." So he caused the ark of the Lord to circle the city, going about it once, and then they came into the camp and spent the night in the camp.
Okay, you see how God is? Not only are you going to be walking around here, soldiers, but you don't say a word. Mm-hmm. And you know soldiers like to get hyped. When you're in a fight, don't you like, hey, what's up? I'm going to beat you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that to you. Right? Don't you try to intimidate, right? When they're even the football players, when they're playing the game, don't they intimidate each other? Sometimes you can win. Sometimes you can scare them off so bad that they'll run and say, I ain't fighting them. And that's what the armies, they're used to intimidating. They're used to talking stuff. They're used to chants. You know, they will have, give me a chant that you see on the movies or something. Anybody know a chant that they have when they get ready to fight? What was Rocky's chant?
Can I say one?
Yes.
This is going to seem so ridiculous.
No, it's
Wizard
not.
of Oz. When they all lined up and marched around that, what was it, yo, or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. They were going to war.
Okay. Okay. And you
right?
yeah, you're right. That's exactly what people would do when they get ready to fight. You don't look at
Or then you look like,
oh
my God.
Yes. And God didn't want none of that. They had their own chants. They had a war chant. The Israelis, they had a war chant. You have one. I don't know what it is, but
Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go.
Right?
Mm-hmm. That's Mr. Lewis's chant. Yeah. Go, Buffalo. Let's go.
Especially when the team is losing. Everybody come up with a chant, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to rock you. so cute. What is it, the Amherst?
What's that one? We will rock you.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't that song just make you wanna? Oh, we gonna win?
Yeah.
Doesn't that motivate you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Inspire you
Yeah.
to like we gonna win?
Rockies was the eye of the tiger.
Da-da-da,
Yes.
da-da-da.
Ooh, look at
And whenever he heard that music,
He was up and down the
he's
hill.
getting up. He could be down on the floor, but when he hear that music, he getting up. Move out the way. I
I
got
should listen to that when I'm out walking. Start trying to jog a little. That might get me going.
Yeah, it will. So, but here, God is like, don't say nothing. God is like, be quiet.
Once I get that fanny pack.
They did bring down Jericho's wall.
Exactly, they did, and we're gonna get to that wall. We're gonna have you read that part. We're gonna have you read that part. But God, I'm just listening how the way to take it down, probably not the way that they thought. The way God had them do it, being quiet, blowing the trumpets, get the tamarines, get the praise team, get the dancers. Where's the army? We want to fight. What's the next scripture?
For our right.
What's the next scripture?
It's 12. Then early
And
morning.
Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priest ark of the Lord, and 7 priests bearing trumpets of ram's horns before the ark, and the Lord on continually and blowing with the trumpets, and the armed went before them. But the reward
Rear guard.
Rear guard.
2 words. Rear guard.
Oh, her Bible says something different.
reward
Mm-hmm.
came after the ark of the
Lord.
Lord, the priests going on and blowing the trumpets.
So here they go, the armed men. They got their guns, and they're
Like,
like,
that really was different though, because ours still continuously goes for 6. This one says then he returned to the camp and then they did 6 days still.
oh yeah. See how the Bible translations
Well, I know
are
they're
all
all
different.
but it
Yeah.
normally it goes inside with it. That one
Yeah.
just left the whole sentence out of it.
Wow.
I'm not even on the second day.
Yeah.
She's only on the second day.
The second line, the
You popped ahead, Leslie. 'Cause she's
14.
only on the second day.
Okay. So let's get to the place where they get ready to do it,
on the second
where they're
day.
getting ready to march on the 7th day. So they did this for 6 days. 6 days they did this. 6 days the army is like, when we gonna fight? 6 days they're like, when we gonna take them down? 6 days like, and that's when we be saying, Lord, where's my miracle? Lord, where's my victory? Lord, I'm tired of this. Lord, when you gonna answer my prayer? Lord, when you gonna do it for me? Lord, when you gonna do this? Lord, 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 where you at? Where you at? When you gonna come through? That's how the army is. They get impatient.
Mm-hmm.
They won't fight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm walking around with these guns. I can't shoot.
Right.
I can't even holler.
No.
I can't even give a chant. I gotta be quiet. And then y'all get the praise. But we can't do nothing. Sometimes we get impatient with God. We like, hurry up, God. I want this victory. I want to win. I want to conquer this thing. This situation that I'm dealing with. I want to win it. I'm tired of dealing with it, Lord. That's probably how the soldiers felt with the guns and their uniform. You're feeling like that now?
Yeah.
You in that kind of mode? I'm tired of waiting on God. God, hurry up. When you gonna come through? We all get there. We all get there. I be like, man, just like you outside waiting for somebody to come outside in the house, you picking them up and they not ready yet. You gotta keep blowing the horn. Sometimes we like that with God with our prayers. God, I done sent this prayer up 3 years ago.
I've done it for a week now.
A week? You've been praying for a week and it ain't come through yet?
It will.
A week?
It will.
7 days?
Actually, a little longer
A little longer than that?
No, you just got paid.
on the first.
Don't give up hoping for it.
Right.
No, My money's there. I just can't get the card activated.
Oh, we gonna believe God. That card gonna be activated. We gonna believe God for that. All right. So what happened after the army finally got the okay? What they do on the 7th day? Because we're gonna wrap this up.
On the 7th day, they got up early as soon as the dawn broke, and they marched around the city in the same manner 7 times. It was only on that day that they marched around the city 7 times, and on the 7th time the priest blew the horns, and Joshua told the people, "Shout for God, Jehovah, for he has given you the city. The city and everything in it is to be devoted to destruction."
So here they go. They did all this what God instructed them to do it. They did it the way God instructed them to do it, okay? It wasn't the way they wanted to do it. And sometimes that's what it is. You can't do things the way you want to do it. Sometimes you have to wait for the voice of the Lord.
Right.
You have to wait for God to really give you the instructions.
Right.
And his instructions sometimes is definitely different.
Sometimes it takes time.
Yeah, his instructions is totally different than what you want to
You
do.
don't understand them at all.
Right.
No, we don't. There's a scripture that says that. It says that his thoughts is not like our thoughts. His ways is not like our ways. We don't sometimes think like God.
Right.
Sometimes we have, another mind. Well, we are double-minded. He said, don't be double-minded. We have 2 minds. We could think like Christ, or we could think like the world. We could think like Christ, or we could think like us. We have 2 minds. And when we do that 2 minds and be double-minded, then we're unstable.
Right.
And I'm not talking about in decision mode. I'm talking about in life mode. You're one year you're living for God. The next year you're confused and don't know if you know God.
Right.
That's what
I
I'm
think
talking
you
about.
have trials and tribulations in your life. Some people are more, like, I guess, worse than others. You know what I mean? That's just a little detour in the road. You know what I mean?
Right. But if you do it like God on your 7th day, because 7 means divine perfection. That's what 7 means. So
Really?
God had them do this 6 days, and on the 7th day, he said, this is the way I want you to do it. 7 also means complete. Numbers are important in the Bible. Numbers are important in the spirit realm. There are reasons why he had Naaman go dip in the river 7 times. There are a lot of things that God did with numbers. Numbers do mean
That's my
something.
favorite number, number 7.
I don't know about playing numbers. I don't play numbers.
I didn't say
Oh, your favorite number. Okay.
And my birthday's April 7th. That's why.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's significant.
Yeah.
So 7 means completion.
Okay.
7 means divine order. So when they walked around that wall on the 7th day, and they did it 7 times, and they did it the way God said and not the way they did, what happened to those walls?
They tumbling down.
They came tumbling down.
And the whole
And-
city was destroyed.
But you know what? Those walls didn't. They didn't. When you say tumbling, what do you think it's going to leave a pile of rubble? Do you think it's going to be messy? You know what really happened to those walls?
They was disintegrated.
They went straight down into the earth. That's the miracle. They went straight down into the earth. The earth opened up, and see the miracle that God has for your life? The way that we think it's going to happen, the way God does it is 2 different things. That earth and that ground opened up, and that wall was 25, 30 feet tall, 6 feet wide. There was even 3 walls. Those walls went down into the earth. The earth opened, the walls went down flat, and they were able to go in and take the city. Think about it. If the walls were crumbled and left a pile, what they got to do? They got to climb over the rocks.
Yeah.
Right.
And by the time they climb over the rocks to take the city, don't you think they're going to get hit? And remember, inside Jericho, they wasn't worried because they out there singing.
Right.
They out there praising. They out there worshiping God. They out there giving God glory. They can't even get through the wall. They can't even get through this gate. So they wasn't even worried. They were taken by surprise. Now you know that had to be a move of God for those walls to go down into the earth. They just disappeared. And they took the city because they probably were sleeping, not paying attention, not worried, thinking that they would never get through the walls, not knowing that God was on their side. And God would do the same thing in your life, with your situation, with things that's blocking you, the things that's hindering you. Remember, walls keep you out from getting your blessings as well as protecting you. We have walls of protection and we have walls of blocking. Okay? That's why when we have our walls up, we got to know if that's a blocking wall or is that a protection wall. Is that wall blocking my blessing? or is that wall protecting my heart? Know the difference between your walls you're building up. Because if your wall is built out of fear and worry, it's not a wall that's protecting you. It's a wall that's blocking you. Yeah. If it's built out of hate and disgust, it's not a wall that's protecting you. It's a wall that's blocking you. If your wall is built out of love, joy, and peace, that's protecting you. But if it's a blocking wall, it keeps your blessings from you. And you want to do whatever God tells you. Worship, praise, so that wall, that bad wall, the wall that's built with the fear and worry and anxiety and stress could be right down into the earth. That wall disappeared so fast. So people was like, and I'm pretty sure they was making noise then. Yeah, baby, we here now. They had to be quiet while they was marching. But when that wall came down, because I'm pretty sure it was a noise. Yeah. I don't think it was quiet when that wall went flat. Mm-hmm. They probably thought it was a bomb. They didn't know what was happening. It took them by surprise. It took them where they were not prepared. And that's how God does this with the devil. He takes us when the devil is not ready. He don't expect you to walk in your victory. He doesn't expect you to believe God for this thing. He doesn't expect you for this thing that you're praying for, that car you're waiting for. He don't expect it to happen. Hallelujah. Yes. But when God knocks down that wall, those walls of blocking your healing, the walls of blocking your blessings, the wall of blocking your children getting saved, the wall of blocking the things that you've been praying, when those walls fall down, they go down like really, immediately at that moment and at that time. And then here you go. You go take your spoils, go take your goods, go take those things that God has for you. And I know they woke up in the middle of the night. What? Where's the wall? Where's the wall? The wall was gone. Left. That's the miracle of God. No crumbles, no hills. So for them to climb over it, the wall was gone. They walked in the city. And they was all around. The Israelite, they were all around the city. So every part of the city was under siege. Every part of the city. Because they just walked in. See how easy God made it? Now, if they would have tried to do it their way, they would not have conquered the city. We try to do things our way, we're not getting nowhere. We're not getting nowhere. We're hitting up against a brick wall. Because we need God to knock that wall down. We can't do it. God has to do it. So listen to his voice. Listen to his voice. Read your scriptures. To put your worship music on. And God will give you ideas and suggestions and say, this is how we're going to do it. You might want to complain, but cover that mouth. I'm not going to complain. Because remember, the way you think it should be done is not the way God has it. All right? All right, thank you all for... Oh, hi, Kim. Let's say hi to Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Thanks for watching. We thank you all for watching. If you all got any walls for the Lord to knock down, I'm telling you, read Joshua 6. It was a really good read. So thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye. Bye.